It's just on 9 o'clock, back in the Meander River, and hot. It's so steamy. I've had a 35-minute walk to get to where I hopped in the river to fish, and it's just so hot. You can see down further there's mist on the water right down the bottom, and it was right across the river here. The flies are driving me bloody crazy, and there's supposed to be thunderstorms coming in today. It's just so muggy. It's putrid, it is. Unbelievable. I don't know how long it will last before the rain comes. It's supposed to be rain coming in, and yes, it could be severe thunderstorms yet, we don't know. So I better get into it and see what happens. Just moved in this little sideboard. I started off with a black fury, a copper black fury. I had a hit and a miss on that, and then I did a long cast down here and had a trout follow but wouldn't take it, turned and went off. So I went for a size 0 March Brown, flicked it back in there, just had a hook up, and he hit the lure, but he didn't get hooked actually. My first brown on here. Nice fish. There we go, the hard body. They weren't touching the lures, the little spinners. They were coming up behind, having a whack and just darting off. So I'm in deep water here, so I'll put a hard body on. It's only got very small treble, so I better get the net out and get him in it before he tosses it. Yeah, I fished all the way up through there. I saw one little fish jump in the middle of here, and I kept throwing the the meps around. Nothing. Tried 4 different mep spinners. No. Just hooked another one. My lure just lobbing the water with that dead tree there. No sooner hit the water, and this trout grabbed hold of it, leapt straight out the water with it, and didn't even have time to even set the hook, and then it was gone, and tossed it and gone. Beautiful fish too, about the same size as the last one. The little fella here is casting under these trees here on that river bank. Little fella here's come out and grabbed it. We'll get him in the net and unpick him and send him on his way. He's only a little tacker. That's what I don't like about treble hooks, on these hard bodies. Oh, at least back in the drink. I didn't bother taking a photo. I've got that many photos of small trout. It doesn't matter. I've just come up through here. I've hooked and lost another trout. So I've 4 trout hooked and 2 landed so far. I had this one nearly in too. I messed around getting the camera out, and yeah, that was my downfall once again. Alright, whee! Just got another one here. I just put a brown aglia on and a micro pigment, and second cast with it, and this fella's grabbed hold of it. So I'll get him in the net and get him on his way before he jumps and tosses it. He was taking after a cast straight up there towards the willows on the other bank, brought it back, and then just so he come up behind it, and I just give it a rod of light twitch, and bang, grabbed hold of it. So it's good. Oh hell, there's some water pushing down here today. Oh yeah. Pushing this narrow run, it's coming from a wide area up further, and it just roars into this water here. Oh, hot enough now without pushing your way uphill. I'm back to hard body lure again now. It's pretty dead. Pretty. I haven't even seen a trout break the surface. Plenty of insect life around earlier, and yeah, but no trout jumping or breaking the surface. And that river is up high too, because there's a boulder just back there. You can see the water just swirling there. Just there. The boulder there. So that's usually probably 6 inches of that rock's usually sticking out of the water. Piece of a fish on here, let's say zip bugger. It's just took him off the other bank. I've got to get a net on him straight away. I can't mess around with him any longer. I don't want to lose him. That big bugger was taken off that little flat water. I had a lob in there where that willow bush and that other prickly bloody thing is. I lobbed it right in between the two there. A couple of turns, well, probably not even 2 turns of reel hand. I probably only just got the bail arm back, and he smashed it. So, beautiful fish. Very happy. He's on his way. I photographed him and weighed him. Total weight with the net was 1185. So if we just take 310 grams off of that makes it 875 grams fish. Got another nice little fat brown in the middle of this river. I've had 5 follows here. And they turn away, and then this one I had to keep twitching it, and all of a sudden I can see him flashing side to side behind it, and then at the last minute he had a grab at it. So we'll get him in the net and get him off and send him home. Oh, that's good. Once he's in the net, out popped the lure anyway. And yeah, I didn't know what brand it's just knocked around the buggery now. It's not what it was. Anyway, we'll get him off and send him on his way. Might just tip him out while I got him here actually. Come up, and you bite. Get out the net. That's it. There you go. Beautiful. Five trout from 8 hookups. So it's not too bad. I got out of the river, bypassed that big deep stretch of water, and I've walked it a bit, and I come back down through this bush. And yeah, back in the river. Probably about 400 metres from the car now, which is good. Dude, I'm totally duck. Right, got the ugly brown on. The micro pigment. Now we've just got another trout back on that one. Oh, that's good. Oh, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. It was roost. I had a little hit straight up the river there. I had a little tap and nothing, covered it in this short, this boom. And yeah, no aggression in it or nothing until he got in here and then realised he was hooked. Anyway, I'll put him in the net and get a photo of him and send him on his way. Nice fat little fucking thing. Oh, you're good to go, Fred. There you go, Freddie. Right. A bit of action on the blade spinner there. That's another little tucker here. Run me around a bit and it's faster run. Going back to the uglier brown micro pigment did the job actually. And hard body I was just following it in the end. So maybe it's time for a change. Yeah, this one was just taking off that other riverbank over there, right in that little flat water. And we'll get him off and send him home too. Alright, I'm on the home stretch back to the car now. I've had 2 hits in here, hooked and lost one. I put a hand-painted brown, one of my old beat-up hand-painted brown lures on there that I painted myself, and hooked a little brown on that but lost it. And then I looked and I thought, I hadn't done anything to the trebles, I hadn't offset them or nothing. So I've gone back to the March, the ugly brown micro pigment now. I gave the March brown a bit of a go out here, but nothing happened. So anyway, 10 minutes I'll be back to the car. Oh, my day's done. Just yeah, 7 trout caught from 12 hookups, and yeah, well, I haven't heaps of follows I had today, but the river's run a bit higher, and at least it's cooled off a bit of what it was. Hell, it was muggy earlier, but it's a nice little bit of a easterly breeze come up now, southeasterly, so it's made it a bit nicer. And yeah, I've cooled off a bit, not melting like I was, but yeah. But the trout were fussy today. I don't know what was wrong with them, but at least I got a nice decent one. 875 grammer, which is a beautiful fish, and went back for another day. So yeah, it was only well, they weren't taking much at all, just that one little hard body, and the ugly brown was the main one they went for, and the micro pigment. So yeah, so my day's done. It's yeah, 10 past 1, so yeah, I've had 4 hours in that river. So till next time guys, it's tight lines.